All right, this is gonna be fun right here today. Special new show, and it's just for you. This is what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a little challenge that I don't think I've ever done right here on Straight Up Fishing. We're gonna do a 1-rod challenge. Somebody's probably saying, well, why would you do a 1-rod challenge? Why would you do this? Why would you do that? I bet you're thinking this. You think you need a lot of tackle to catch fish? I bet you're thinking you need a certain amount of gear to be able to have that unbelievable fishing trip of a lifetime. I'm gonna try to prove it wrong. I don't know if I'm going to or not. Probably should have waited till after the show to see if we're gonna do that. But that's what we're gonna try to do right here on Straight Up Fishing today. Let's put the boat in the water. Let's go out there, let's take 1 rod, see how it turns out. $25% more or your money back. Let's go! This is where having 1 rod could potentially blow you out. What's one thing everybody says about fishing? And to be honest, I get it. They say it costs so much. The boats cost so much. The electronics cost so much. I gotta have this rod for that. I gotta have this reel for this. I want to break all those stereotypes. I do think once you get to an elite level of fishing, you probably need a lot of equipment. For the average weekend fisherman, it's really not that hard. You can go out and have fun. You can laugh and giggle with just 1 rod. And if you don't believe that, I'm going to show you right here. This rod right here is pretty special though. It's not something you can go buy in the store. One of the members from my online fishing school made this rod for me. This is a 7-foot handmade rod. His name's Brian Barty. Brian Barty made this rod for me. So we can see if we can put it to work today. It's got a really nice grip on it. It's got this cool feature down here at the bottom. It's probably my favorite part of the whole deal. Barty, this show is for you, buddy. Barty's still alive. I don't know why I'm pointing at this guy like that. That's a great way to start today. That's a great way to start today. Barty, my first rod. This is my first fish on the new rod. Oh, don't you do this. No, no, no. Okay, that didn't happen. Okay, we'll edit that out. We'll fix that. We'll fix that with another fish when I'm actually holding it. First bite on my new rod, dude. Feels good. I fumbled the bag once I got him in the boat. This is pretty cool. This thing feels really good too. He's got a nice grip on it. I'm just fishing a little rock outcropping. There's actually a little creek channel that comes through here. All behind here, it looks like it's deep, but it's actually flat. But it's probably, if I had to guess, 7 or 8 foot at the deepest point right down through here. And those fish, when it's low, you can tell the lake is a little low if you look at the shoreline. But they should be pretty predictable where they're hanging out today. These little creek turns and bends like this. Dang. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let me pull down right here. Dude, I just flipped there like 4 times. I think I can boat flip that size. I just flipped there 4 times in a row. I don't know, some kind of concrete structure here. I don't even know what they call this thing. I flipped there 4 times, didn't get a bite. I'm like, I'm gonna leave and keep going on down the bank. And then old Barry comes out and said, chomp, 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 chomp. Let's go, Barry. I'm gonna throw this guy back and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm doing, what I'm fishing with today. It's an age-old technique. There ain't nothing special. I wish I could give you something real cool, real special, that you can only get if you order it on my website or something, but no, it's really simple. This is nothing but a 3/16 ounce tungsten sinker. Then I backed it up with a 4/0 straight shank hook. That particular plastic right there is called a Mag Fatties by Z-Man. It's a straight tail worm, but it's a big one. You're gonna say this one, I'm not sure exactly how long this is. It's somewhere in that 6 to 8 inch mark. And I've got 16-pound test fluorocarbon line, straight fluorocarbon. But I think the deal today is gonna be my straight up fishing rod. I wish I could make these and sell them. Oh, here he goes. Got him. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a big one. Okay, he's not that big, but nonetheless it is. Nonetheless, it is a bite. That's a lot of fun. Oh, wait a minute, why he's, hey, I made him a little excited there. Did you see him? He was giving me a show. That's a little bit smaller one there. Seems like you gotta be very intentional with the retrieve. When you put it in there, you let it sink, sit there for a moment, and then you just kind of, I don't wanna say hop it, but just kind of pull it along with the rod tip. So the bait I feel like the bait's just kind of go, bloop, bloop. And I'm a big time sound effects guy, so I gotta add those sound effects so you can see what's going on there. We're moving up the river right now. You notice I'm idling. I'm not getting on pad. I got quite a ways to go, but I'm not getting on pad and leaving. This is why. When you get up to the river like this, there's gonna be a certain point where you wanna bring it down, control your emotions. Even though I have great electronics and I can tell and see everything, I can see the contours, since the lake is down, those contours can be off a little bit. As good as the mapping is, it doesn't show you where there's stumps. At the shallowest part, once I get up the river, if I don't have at least 4 to 5 foot, I set it down until I know exactly where I can run. So that's what we're doing. I'll idle my way in. When I come back out, as long as I don't hit anything on the way in, when I get ready to leave, I'll come back out full bore. Woo, woo. Ow! Yeah, you about to get a real deal fish catch. But if you don't, watch this. You gotta be really, bro, what did I just tell y'all? I didn't even check that one. Hey, when I flipped it in there, I said, there should be one right here. Flipped it in there, and I was like, as soon as it went through, I was like, that's him. Hello, welcome to Hardee's. Would you like to try one of our double cheeseburgers? He's a little single, he's a single. I would say he's a single. You're not a double, is he? That's fun. Right on the end of this laydown, you notice this toward the back. It's really shallow. It's like 2.5 foot all the way across this flat. There's a little bit of depression right here. That laydown's laying right in the middle of that depression. Flip the old mag fatties. June bug and coat. Why are they called? Listen, have you ever seen a June bug? June bugs, I've never seen a purple June bug. And I've never seen one with green glitter. For some reason, we call this color right here June bug. And why is that? That ain't June bug. Hey, the one rod challenge is going good though. You don't need one rod. You got the right stuff. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more challenging just to get a bite today. Summertime fishing, y'all know it ain't easy. Y'all been out in August, September, sometimes even October, depending on where you live. I thought it was gonna be hard just to get a bite. In my mind, I was just gonna go out and try to get a few bites on a Texas rig. Within the first hour, I'm up to 5, 6, 7, 8 bites. So now I gotta redirect, I gotta level up on the challenge. So instead of just a Texas rig, I decided to throw a spinnerbait and a crankbait in there. 3 techniques, 1 rod. Can we do it? It went really well with the Texas rig. Now on to number 2, a bait number 2. We got a square bill. And I feel like there's some flatter areas out here where something moving might work a little bit better than a Texas rig. I really like that Texas rig on the sharper edge. Anything's more vertical. But some of this flatter stuff where there's rock, there's also a bridge here with some riprap. I feel like that flatter stuff and the rock, the square bill, maybe even the spinnerbait, which is what we'll fish later. I don't have much time left, so I gotta make sure I can execute on the goal in due time. There he is, there he is. Oh, a good one on the cranker. Good one on the cranker. Dude, this rod's good for everything too. Using that 1 rod, same rod, tied on a square bill crankbait. A little bit flatter right here. If I can get this fish in, he's kind of fighting. He's kind of upset about it. He's acting like he has hooks in his face. It's a decent one. Actually might be, it's probably semi the best one I had today. It's just a little square bill, 1.5. Okay, Well, I thought we were done. I thought we were done. He said, no, I'm not done. I'm not done. Oh, you see, I'm gonna have to lay down. Now see, he's got hooks in his hand. This is where you wish you had a net, but you just eat it real nice and easy like that. Real nice and easy. You see how he's just like, okay, okay, just take him out, buddy. Just take him out. That one hook just fell right out of his face. All right, that's cool, man. I have to throw this square bill a little bit more. I got 4 corners of this bridge riprap. This is exactly what I was talking about. Just for some reason, the square bill, anything you can move, you can take the spinnerbait and do pretty much the same thing. It just tends to work better around this flatter stuff. I might need a pair of pliers to get that hook out of this one. All right, I got him. That's a nice 2.5, 2 3/4 double cheeseburger. Nice and juicy. Look how short and chunky. The thing about river fish is they always look a little different. I don't know what it is. Genetically, it's the same largemouth that you find out there on the main lake, but you can see like right in here is a lot shorter and is a lot bigger right in there. You know, you got that one uncle, he's just shaped different. Got a big chest and a little bitty torso. That's what they're shaped like. Uncle Bobby. Get that guy back in the water here. Anytime you're fishing riprap like this, you know, what you see is not always exactly what's under the water. A lot of times there's little boulders, little outcroppings where the riprap is a little shallow farther out, 6, 7, 8 feet. And a lot of times that's what the fish hang on. I'm not getting the bites right up here, up tight. You think they would be right in there. I'm actually getting my bites out right along, about right there. It's probably about 5.5, 6 foot of water. There he is. God dang, dude, big one. Oh God. Power pole down right here. Jeez. Oh, that one hit it right at the boat too. Little brim color square bill. Hey, just because you got one rod does not mean that you have to throw one bait. I used to do this all the time when I used to walk the banks. It was always, whoa, try to jump in the boat. It's always really difficult to have more than one rod. So I would always take, one rod. It's less to deal with, a little sack of tackle, 4 or 5 baits, hard baits, and I'd have like 2 or 3 bags of plastics and some terminal tackle, and I'd just get at it. Those are the good old days. It was simple like that. The thing is, when you see so much electronics, so much technology, this joining fishing now, you think that doesn't work. It still works. Technology is a lot of fun, but every once in a while, it's just good to get out here and get to the basics. One rod, baggie of baits, and get after it. Huh? I'll let that guy in. Might be a little bag of them here. We might make a little bag today. Texas rig fishing went great. Once I moved on to challenge 2, catching a fish or 2 on a square bill is all I was hoping. Maybe a bite. I just want to fulfill the order of the challenge. 1 bite is all I'm looking for. But as I get into it, bro, it started to get a little bit spicy. Oh, we hit it. Goodness gracious, bro. Oh, oh no, he's still on it. He's just running crazy. Bro, that must be a better one. Yeah, he's definitely better. Dude, smoking the cranker today. I didn't think that was gonna be that good. Look at that thing down there. Look at him, look at him. He ain't small. You don't want small ones? You can't have a shell caught. Ooh, don't jump in my hand. Don't jump in my hand. Oh yeah. There's your photo. Photo 500 of the day right there. Just hang right there for a second. Just look at that. Jeez. If I wanted to eat that, I would get some of it in my mouth. He needs a napkin after he eats that brim. You ever took a bite out of a cupcake and it seems like you get icing anywhere but your mouth? Hey, I gotta thank Barty for this. Rod's showing up and showing out. You don't have to have a bunch of rods. I got one rod today, 3 techniques. I don't know, I'm happy. Hey, this is all I need. This is all I need in life. This is all I need to be happy. Nice 3-pounder too. Challenge bait number 3, the spinnerbait. To be fair, as much as they were snapping on the crankbait, I don't even want to pick up the spinnerbait at this point. The crankbait was him today. I went through a few areas where I know where the fish should be. Bro, I need to fish this laydown really badly. You gotta be kidding me right now. Best laydown in this pocket, and then this happens. Oh, shizam. We got a little problem there. This is where having one rod could potentially blow you out. Oh no. Don't you laugh at me, you know you've done it before. Well, I went through a couple of those areas with the spinnerbait and wasn't nobody home. I'd already made this challenge, so I gotta commit to the spinnerbait and I'm not getting any bites. So I decided, let's just try to keep them honest. Let's try to make sure this is really what I think I'm seeing. Oh, there he is right here at the boat. Look, they do want the crankbait. They do want the crankbait a little bit more. Dude, that ain't a small one. I was just saying, I just said it. I think they want the crankbait better than the spinnerbait. That's why I tied it back on. Something just didn't feel right about it, so I tied my crankbait. You see, I got excited. I done tied my crankbait back on. He's barely hooked. I think I can still get him if I can get him right behind the head. Oh no, don't do that. No, you're not. You will not put hooks in me today. Let's see, I don't have a real good place to grab him. Oh, yep, right there, that's it. When you feel like you're around an area that has the fish, when you feel like you're around an area that has all the right elements, always remember to trust that. Trust what you feel. What in the Reese Cups king size is going on right here, baby? 25% more or your money back. I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about? It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. Huh? Have you got your first boat? You don't know what to do. This thing is fast. I don't know what all these controls do. How do I make it go? How do I make it slow down? How do I make it go fast? Well, in this video, for you brand new boat owners, I'm gonna show you exactly how to drive your brand new bass boat. First thing you wanna do when you get in your bass boat is become really familiar with the controls. Now, depending on how your boat is rigged, both your throttle and your gear shifter can all be in one. Now on my boat, I have a gear shifter and a foot throttle, so it works a little bit differently. If you have a throttle and a gear shifter all mixed into one, the further you push your throttle down, the further you push this gear shifter down, the faster the boat's gonna go. Your reverse is just pulling that gear shifter backwards. You're often told you don't have any brakes when it comes to a boat, and that is somewhat true. But you do, in fact, have some brakes on your boat. One way to slow the boat down is obviously to throttle it down. The second way to slow a boat down is to actually trim the engine down. Trim the engine down is going to create more drag on the hull and slow you down. So anytime you come in a situation where you want to drive the boat slowly, trim the engine down. If you notice, once you get up to speed and your boat's doing a lot of what's known as porpoising or bouncing up down on the bow, trim the engine down, and that should curb that action. The biggest thing when driving a boat, just like when driving a vehicle, is to be safe. You gotta drive for yourself and everyone else around you. Watch what's going on, don't be distracted, pay attention. This is a dangerous machine if you let it be so. Be careful out there, take your time, become very familiar with your controls and how they make the boat respond. Driving a bass boat is easy, anybody can do it as long as you take your time to learn the fundamentals of driving a bass boat. I don't know, y'all. Spinnerbait. I don't know if it's the color. I don't know if it's my trailer. I don't know if it's the hood I got on or what it is. They seem like they just don't want that today. I fished the crankbait, I'll go behind a spot that I just fished a spinnerbait, follow up with the crankbait. I don't know what it is, but it seems like they just don't want it. I think I'm gonna fish it maybe 10 more minutes and then I'm probably just gonna have fun. There he is. That's it. That's him. That's him. That's the challenge done there. Oh, it's a good one too. Oh my God, look dude, he's pulling drag. Oh dude, on the spinnerbait. I almost thought I wasn't gonna get a bite on the spinnerbait. I've been throwing it all day. It just seemed like it really, oh, look at the mouth on that thing, dude. Look at him jump, dude. Oh my God. Look at this thing. That's a good one. So let's talk about it. This show should make you rethink about all the gear you got. I know it has for me. Listen, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got probably a couple hundred rods and reels. But after seeing the damage that I could do with just one setup and really focusing on the fish energy and the fish behavior, I promise you it will challenge you to think more and spend your energy thinking about the fish more than you think about the gear. That's the most important thing, and that's gonna help you get the results like I got today. Bro, he's got some knots on his head. Oh my God, finally. Dude, I've been throwing the spinnerbait and throwing it and throwing it and throwing it. It's just like one of those days where you just had to force feed them. You ain't gotta have a bunch of equipment to catch fish. You just need a little bit. You need one rod, some good baits, and mainly you need to know where to go. Bro, that's awesome, awesome. It took a while, but it finally paid off. One rod ton. He rocked that thing too, dude. My spinnerbait screwed up. We got her done though.